guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? NCAP24 here from HuddleGG. Today's video, we're going to talk about blitz schemes. And this is something that I think is going to be very, very important going to Madden 25, even NCAA, where you can't really rely on one blitz going forward. If you look at the screen here, this was something from EA's trailer, which they talked about basically AI logic blocking being so much better, and that they really put an emphasis on that. And I do believe that the days of just having one blitz is going to be over. You're going to be able to pick up pretty much any one blitz that people are going to do. And you're really going to have to make sure that you have additional blitzes to complement that. And that's what this video is going to be. I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. So an easy blitz that you can do is this dime normal double safety blitz, okay? What we're gonna do, just so you understand, if you want to replicate it, is we're gonna just do default. We're gonna do auto flip off. Basically just go ahead and really just keep everything off, right? Now this will work on baseline and different things, but depending on the formations you're going against, you don't wanna have baseline because we're gonna do man coverage. So you can just do it on default, right? So what I'm going to do is make sure that I do flip this play, okay? So when I flip this play, you're going to see the two safeties. You see how the left safety is kind of a straight angle, and the right safety has kind of like an outside, release and then comes down. It's two different looks. You want the straight angle to be on the left, okay? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go over it really, really slowly, right? I'll just pick something out of a bunch, right? What I'm going to do is these two guys are going to walk down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy over to right here, the same length as the middle linebacker right here, just over the right tackle. Okay, just going to do that. Once I get him there, I'm going to slide my line to the left and basically go ahead and user this player. Now what you're going to see is everybody's covered. Everybody's in a good spot. This is going to be a man coverage type deal. Really, really popular right now in Madden 24. And I would think that every year in the last couple of years, man coverages have been king in the beginning of the year. So this probably could work in Madden 25 as well. But all we're doing is if they send out their running back, this player is going to loop around and get to the quarterback, right? The last step I do like to do is I'd like to quarterback contain just so that they can't get out of the pocket. But you're going to see here that we have room to roam. This guy's going to come around the edge. A lot of times we get that guy to come in because of his angle, and I'll show you what I mean here. So the idea of it is the loop around blitz to where you see these angles right here. So this guy right here, you're going to see that's Hutchinson going against Clapp, like basically best on best, right? This guy's going to get a really nice angle because of the way that he has it there. And he's either going to get in, or you can see if he doesn't get in, the other guy will get in, where we have these two outside players on quarterback contains, making sure that the quarterback has to stay in the pocket, right? So you can see how this is. It's just a nice little loop blitz that comes around the corner and does this, right? So what can they do to stop this, right? They can go ahead and block their running back, right? If they block their running back, what you're going to see here is we do the same thing. We'll do a little bit faster. We'll move this guy over here, right? Go ahead and do this, and now we're in good shape. That's all we had to do, right? Well, if they block their running back, this guy's my free player, you're going to see that you're going to get that ability where he can get around. I'm going to be honest. It's one of those deals. It's a 50-50 thing. It's really about targeting and whatnot. But you're going to see here that even when they block him, the guy's trying to target him. But because it's so tough, he doesn't know if he's going to the inside or the outside. You can see how we were able to get in. And the only reason why we're able to get in here is because of all the havoc that that left guard interactions happening. But you can see here that when they block it, it should be something that can be blocked. Let's just put it that way, okay? I'm not going to tell you that that does happen all the time, but it does happen sometimes that way. If they go ahead and take their running back, right, and they block him, and now they go ahead and they slide to the right? Slide to the right, so that way they're trying to get their guys to kind of do that way. We'll do the same setup here. All we're going to do is move this guy over here, right, and shift our line left. You want to do that. You want to move your guy, then shift. The reason why you do that is because that way this guy's not going to try to back up, right? If you try to shift your line first, that guy will stay back. So you want to move him, then shift, right? So you do something like this. Again, this is where they are blocking their running back and sliding their line to the right? So do something like this. This guy goes ahead over here. You see again, now they go pick it up, right? So now we have to have a secondary blitz, right? So if they want to do that, what we can do is they block this and they basically slide right, whatever the case is, right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move this guy over. Right, move him over here, slide our line to the right. Now we're going to blitz our middle linebacker, and we still do the quarterback contain, right? Now what you're going to see is the running back is our responsibility over here, right? Now the reason why he's our responsibility is if he goes out, we have to go get him, but we know that it's going to be flying in. So in a situation like this, what I try to do every time, because he's my user, I try to put him in the middle of the field, and I hadn't shown you that prior. just to make sure that I have that ability to do it. And a lot of times I do like to make sure that I have him on some type of either man coverage or some type of zone. So if I have reinforcement or I have universal coverage, basically I'm in a zone, right? You see something like this, everybody's covered. Go ahead, this guy's doing this loop blitz. And now you're gonna see here that we got the loop blitz to come in because we're getting the running back to have to worry about the first person that is a target, which is gonna be the middle linebacker. You see how this works? Go ahead, everybody goes here. He's got to cover one of the two players. He goes and looks at this middle linebacker, and you can see how this guy gets in, right? So what we're doing is we're basically going ahead and saying, we're going to give you the opportunity to have a 1-2 blitz, right? If they're just sending out their running back, we don't need to blitz the extra person, but if they are, we are. Now, this can also apply if you're a zone player, right? So if you want to play man, you do that. If you want to go back and forth, we want to play zone. What we could do is we basically could do one or two things, right? We could start off in the blitz and then we can audible to this. And I'll show you that way so you understand it. But I like it to where you start off with it and you just end with it. And I'll show you why I like it that way better. But let's go ahead and let's pick this here just so you can see what you could do. We're going to go ahead and why can't I find it? It is there it is, strong safety blitz, right? So remember how we do this flipped. So we're going to do strong safety blitz just so you can see it. We'll just do something like this, right? So if we do the same thing, right? Here, we're going to move this guy over to the right side, right? And we're going to shift our line left, and this is going to be our user, right? So it's the same exact blitz. We can go ahead and do the same contain. It literally looks the same way. If they go ahead and they go out, you're going to see that you're going to get that same type of loop to the quarterback, and you're good to go, right? Well, if they block the running back, right? We know that that's going to be basically something there. So we'll do the same thing, move this guy over. That's all we're doing is move this guy over and shifting left. That's all we're doing, right? Now, say they block the running back. Now, the idea behind this, if they block the running back, we really don't need to have anything quick to the flat. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to blitz our left cornerback over here. It doesn't show the play art with him yet. I'll try to see if I can do it. Show the play art. I guess it doesn't show it right now. But that guy is blitzing. He is blitzing, right? We do the quarterback contain, right? And this point, we're going to still use the free safety, or we have the ability to use this player if we want. It doesn't really matter, because of the way that it's set up. But you're going to see here that if they do the same thing, we're going to basically go here, and you get that same type of loop blitz. So what I'm trying to say here is that when you are going to play against people that understand how to block a single blitz, you're going to want to know the counters to that single blitz and have that secondary and even the third blitz behind it when you go into Madden 25. And so I wanted to get you guys thinking about how you can do these types of blitzes, put them together, give you something to use in the end of Madden 24. This is in the dime, formation, which, if you guys look at my Saints playbook, I had the nickel, nickel double mug, and dime is something that you can add to it. So you definitely want to make sure that you kind of look at that. But this is something that you can use right away. But more importantly, we want you to get you thinking about, Madden 25 and CA and how you can go ahead and pair blitzes together in order to get the most opportunity to get to the quarterback when they start blitzing your main blitz.